Y'all see it. We are on air and y'all getting the ominous vibe today. I'm not even cutting the lights on. You understand what I'm saying? But I have some explaining to do. I don't have to, but I want to because I really want the people that care to understand something. And the ones who might be misled, I want them to understand something too. But for those of you who don't know, I made a video. 2 videos ago, I made a video and it's titled, I'm quitting content creation. Okay? That scared a lot of people. I made a video before, and it's titled Why I Quit YouTube. Why did I make the first video? Well, I went on a hiatus for about 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks once upon a time. And I was going through a lot, was burnt out, had a lot going on, and people kept commenting, kept hitting me up, DMing me, emailing me, why did you quit YouTube? Why did you quit YouTube? Why did you quit YouTube? And I was like, well, that's a perfect title. So I make a video. I posted why I quit YouTube. Did I quit YouTube forever? No. But why was I gone? You know what I'm saying? That's how the story was baked. That's how the cake is baked. Why did I quit YouTube? Why was I gone? So I talked about how I was burnt out. I was going through a lot of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And so many people was like, why did you use clickbait to get engagement and yada, yada, yada? You're not quitting YouTube. You're just burnt out and going through something and you're using it to get people to watch. I'm like, I mean, what are we actually talking about? I'm using something that was relevant, that was actually pretty much brought to me, and I'm explaining my circumstance. You know what I'm saying? And in the future, this will help somebody who's actually invested. Because if I just titled a video why I was gone, you're like, gone from what? But if somebody runs across and is like, why did he quit YouTube? They're like, oh shit, they might be a YouTuber and might see that, oh, he stopped making YouTube videos for a while because he was burnt out, because he was trying to please people and he was trying to do so much for not, and not doing anything for himself. I can use that information to help. You know what I'm saying? It's more engaging. Okay. I make this video, the last video I made before, the one that I just posted. I'm quitting content creation. In the first sentence, I talk about how people only care about the final product. They don't care about the process. They don't care to research anything. They don't care to understand what's going on behind it. They just instantly want to be gratified by anything, whatever it is. And that has poisoned so many people, right? But I explained in that video that I was tired of creating content with a certain mindset. And I stopped creating content with that mindset. And how I want to proceed going on, I can't entertain that anymore. And then later in the video, I explain with no room for misconception or misunderstanding what exactly did I mean, right? But I still get some comments that were truly concerning, right? Because even when I see comments that I'm not a fan of, it don't actually change my life or bother me to that point. I really and truly get concerned for what people have going on in their mind. For one, because people are moved by some of the silliest things. Two, people be so damn miserable that they think just because you're a person and you have a platform that it is essential for them to reach you. But when they consume things that are killing them, when some official is in office or some higher up is doing something to directly affect their life, you don't feel the need to call the government hotline saying, hey, that law you just passed ruined my life. You don't care to call Chick-fil-A and say, hey, you putting crack in a chicken sandwich and it's killing me. You don't call up these snack companies and talk about the processed food that's killing you. But when somebody is an individual with a platform, you feel the need to attack them because you feel like you can. And I mean, truthfully, you can. But where does that come from? What mindset does that come from, right? What do you actually have going on inside of you that you feel the need to do that? I've seen many videos that were foul as shit, but it has never moved me enough to comment and you motherfucker. Like I just can't. Maybe my energy is a little bit too expensive. I don't know, right? I don't know. But I like to respond to these comments sometimes because I genuinely want to know what's going on in your mind. And when you get down to the bones of these conversations, you realize that people got paper mache minds. It looked like something, and the moment you touch it, it just crumble. You're like, well, damn, buddy. I might have been looking forward to arguing with you, but you ain't talking about nothing, right? And all the comments not necessarily negative, but I'm concerned by the comments. I mean, the place that they come from in the mind. A lot of people seen the title of that video, click on the video instantly. Oh no, Shaman, don't go, don't leave. We need you. Don't be selfish. You need to help us. Like, for one, I don't. I've put in a lot of work. There's many videos on my channel. There's enough information for somebody to listen for a lifetime. And I'm not teaching y'all anything. I try to remind y'all this every day, every time I create something. I'm not anything special. Everything that I talk about is information that you already know or that you've forgotten. And I'm just reminding you of the power that's within you. You don't need me, right? And I appreciate all the support I've gotten, because without y'all, my channel wouldn't be where it is today. I would still be the same me, but my channel wouldn't be there. But if I didn't make the channel, if I didn't create the content, there would be nothing to support. Not on my end, not for us to make a direct interaction and transaction. So these things work together. You understand what I'm saying? But regardless of what I've talked about, regardless of the advice I've given to people, you don't need me. 100%, you do not need me. And I can sit here and tell you, I can give you the instructions to life, the instructions to anything, stuff that I'm still trying to learn. I could give you all the information, but if you don't do anything with it, it's not worth anything. I can tell you a million and one ways to correct things, but if you don't allow experience to teach you something, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. And what I wanted to do was start a new version of what I call document, because to create content, it is controlled, right? You can still have a freedom in content creation, but you are creating something. I wanted to document my life more. Instead of me saying, hey, I'm gonna just go out so I can film. No, I'm a film because I'm going out. Well, that's the same thing. It's not. It's not. Some people literally go on trips to film. Some people film while they're going on trips. It's a totally different thing. If you already gonna do it and you record it, it is documenting. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to document my routines. I wanted to document the things that I did. And instead of me always talking about stuff, I wanted to actually do it and show people. I can sit here and make 100 videos about conversation starters. But in this day and age, I could go look up on ChatGPT, what is the best way to become financially free, and then talk about finance, and then people worshiping me as a financial guru, and I don't know shit. But if I show you what I'm doing, if I show you how to do it, that is much more valuable. And that's what I wanted to do in my own life, showing y'all how to heal, showing y'all how to have better health mentally, physically, showing you what it looks like to get over your fears. And yes, you could consider it content creation regardless. But I quit content creation from a certain mindset. Could I have put that in a title? Of course. Of course I could have. But I didn't want to. Because at the end of the day, it's my platform and it's my art, right? And I received many, many, many comments on the video. A lot of them, they deleted the comments. I received a lot of comments on my live stream. I was talking about clickbait, clickbait, clickbait. A lot of people don't even know what clickbait is. The words that we are so familiar with, people don't even understand what they are. Clickbait is generally thought of as a bad thing, but I hope you know that everything you've ever clicked on is clickbait. And it could be good or bad. Clickbait is simply something that you would want to click on, something that appeals to you. Title, thumbnail. But where the bad rap comes in, when somebody says we bought 100 alpacas, and then the video starts and they in CVS purchasing jelly beans, because there was no fulfillment. There wasn't even a reference to what the hell the video was about from the thumbnail and the title. That is pure evil clickbait. And some people talk about, oh, well, you're manipulating people for views. Don't you realize everything is manipulation? The way somebody talk is manipulation. Any thumbnail is manipulation. A title is manipulation. A handshake is manipulation. A smile is manipulation. When you walk into a room and you don't want to seem so mad and you raise your eyebrows, it's manipulation. Do you understand change of anything is manipulation? Do you understand that? When your seatbelt is uncomfortable and you move it, don't you understand that's manipulation? You ever heard of the scientific method? When you can't figure out what something is, when you can't figure out if there's a problem, when you're trying to test a reaction, you manipulate variables to see a change. But the problem is, in the language that we speak, certain words get a bad rap, and people think that just because it sounds a certain way, that everything is bad. All manipulation isn't bad, but that's what people think, right? But I get it though. I'm not an asshole, in a way where I'm sitting here like oblivious saying, well, no, I know I didn't manipulate anybody. I didn't want anybody to think certain things. Like I get all of these things 100%. And that's what I think pisses me off so much, that people don't understand how understanding that I am. I be seeing you. I get you. I understand 100% why you upset, but you could have did yourself the due diligence. You could have saved so much time and energy if you simply just watched a video. If you simply took time to explain, right? I mean, listen to somebody explain. But nobody wants to sit through that. And I got a comment here. I'm gonna pull it up, right? I got a comment on the last video I made, which was one of my favorite videos ever. If you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out. But I had a few comments, but this one stuck out because of the replies. But it says, "Weren't you quitting content creation? What's the holdup?" So for one, it's the first time I ever recognized a certain name because look, I be seeing them comments. I be seeing when people comment a lot. I be seeing when people only comment one time. And that's something else I want to address. People literally be watching your stuff from afar, acting like they don't. Be out there with the binoculars on. But the moment they see an opportunity to tear you down or to jump on your bandwagon for some gain, they either been there the whole time or now they want to speak up. It's like the people that been sitting in your corner the whole time waiting for a reason to drop you or waiting for a reason to say something, and then you finally disagree with one thing and they say, "I always knew you was a punk. Oh, I always knew you was fake." If you always knew I was fake, then why the fuck didn't you get the hell away from me? What does that make you? What does that make you? Honestly, why were you here the whole time if you knew that? What does that say about you? Were you scared to leave? Or are you just like, what the fuck are we talking about? Right? So I digress. Weren't you quitting content creation? What's the holdup? For one, why are you counting the days until I quit? But regardless, it doesn't matter. I said, you didn't watch the video. He responds, "I will when I got time, brother." Cut right fucking there. Okay? You didn't watch the video. Like I said, you agreed to that. I didn't. I will when I got time. So you took the title of a video and ran with it, which is why I understand how dangerous information can be. Because somebody posts such and such is dead, you immediately getting emotional. You see that. You reactive, you too reactive, right? Somebody slapped the fuck out of you. You're like, man, what the fuck you hit me for? Which is valid. Whole time there was a killer wasp on the back of your head, and this person killed it and saved your life. But you too stuck up and too damn mad that they slapped the shit out you, which I understand. Because if somebody slapped the fuck out of me, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But when he removed his hand, like, bro, you had a killer wasp on me, I'm like, well, shit, I appreciate it, but god damn, them hands heavy, ain't it? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm no longer mad at you. But like I said, people are too reactive. Don't even have the discernment to think through things. Don't even have that time or that energy to go through and see things for themselves. He responded, "I will when I got time, brother, but I wouldn't write clickbait or misleading titles. You are not doing these videos for free. If you want to influence people," and then I didn't even remember what the hell it was, and he deleted the comment, so I couldn't see what the rest of it was. But whatever, right? So I said, "Misleading to anyone who didn't watch. Regardless, never judge a book by its cover. Art has depth." So the video, the title can be taken out of context, right? I can agree with that. Simply, it's common sense. You understand what I'm saying? But if you didn't watch the video at all, then you ran away with that information. I can take accountability for presenting something to be there, but you have to take accountability for lacking that motive to do something. It's like being in a relationship. Somebody can break your heart. But could they have broken your heart if you weren't in that relationship? Could they have broken your heart if you didn't give them access to it? No. Does that make any of this right or wrong? No, no, no. Everybody can be accountable. Accountable is just your responsibility in a certain scenario. It's not about blame, right? So I'm not blaming this person, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So he said, I don't. Well, I said misleading to anyone who didn't watch. Regardless, never judge a book by its cover. Art has depth. And that was also a lesson in it. Don't just look at things and think things. Don't just go in scenarios and think one way. Actually discern. So he says, I don't. But you making a 20-minute video and explaining at the end instead of the beginning is a great way to lose people's attention. You have to consider many has shorter attention spans now than ever, and simply making I'm changing my content direction is a better call. Art is subjective as it has depth to me. It's piano to you, it's guitar. Vlogging is your own choice. I respect, but don't mislead people by simply quitting content creation. You're still making content at the end of the day, which has a lot of truth to it. But also one thing about me is I don't like being locked in a box unless I'm locking myself in a box. Um, so somebody could be creating art, right? And posting their videos. You could consider it content. But to walk up to them and say, hey, you're a content creator could be disrespectful. Because they could be an artist that just posts their videos on a platform and they don't associate with the term content creator. Right? There's a lot of old people that drive trucks and stuff like that, and they are truck drivers, but they happen to record footage of their trucks and they don't consider themselves content creators. Could you say they're making content? Of course. It's something that somebody consuming, blah, blah, blah. But that's the bullshit of words. Words can be twisted, words can be wiggled around, but at the end of the day, it's art. Art is subjective. I can make art how I want to make art. You can make art however you want to make art. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck on. And one thing about something is if something bothers you, I never realized what it is that infatuates people with things that bother them to the point where they just don't walk away. Somebody was in my live last night and they was upset about me not seeing they comment. They spazzing in there talking about, oh, I'm just gonna leave. Leave. The fuck is we talking about? Just leave. Understand what I'm saying? But what he said, it was very valid, right? It was very valid. And then I responded. But you thought I was going to quit posting based on the title without watching the video. And I will never take a cooked attention span into consideration. You should want better for yourself regardless of who you are. If you can't sit through something without worrying about the final product or wanting to instantly be given everything, you got to do better as a person. That message is intended to whoever the shoe may fit, right? Now, at the end of that message, I was going to put in parentheses. Also, I'm not talking at you. I'm talking to you. So I'm not saying you're a person with a cooked attention span. I'm not like talking at you. I'm talking to you, right? That's why I put whoever the shoe may fits. And I kind of try to throw in those words, but without me specifying, he took it out of context once again, which is valid, right? Which is valid. But got upset about that in a way. But like I said from the beginning, misleading to anybody who didn't watch the video, which he admitted to again and again and again. Then mention the attention span thing. I will never cater my creations to anybody with a cooked attention span because I don't want somebody with a cooked attention span in my audience and it doesn't align with who I am. Why would I cater to something that I don't want in my audience? And people's like, well, you talk about attention spans, but you use thumbnails and you use subtitles. Do you know how many people are learning English from my subtitles? To begin with, I'm not going to lie to you, I did. Not going to lie to you. I liked the way it looked. It helped me follow along. And then I couldn't master my audio as well. And it was too low. And I found out how to use that. But the subtitles was helping for that. And early on, I'm talking about like 4 videos in. Somebody was like, yo, your videos are helping me with learning English. And I had stopped using the subtitles for a little while too. And I'm like, well, shit. I need to go back and find the ones that I like. And I need to use the subtitles. And I start putting them on there so people could learn English. And I used to just throw them on there and not even edit them. But now I go back and I edit them. Sometimes I might miss a few words that were misspelled or just, the generator gets it wrong. But that's actually something that I care about, right? But I'm not finna cater my content. I'm not finna chop my content. You know how many emails I get about, well, you'll never be successful because you don't chop and clip your content and you don't have flashy Mr. Beast edits and people get tired. I don't care about those people. I'm not gonna lie to you that my message is not intended for you. If you can't sit through a video and understand what it's about to the end, then I don't care. I don't care. You go watch your favorite Marvel movie, but you're not complaining about the plot not being spilled out in the first 10 minutes because you understand what it is. That's what that art is made for. But people's brains are cooked and they expecting to be satisfied within 15 seconds. Not over here, my friend. It ain't happening over here. Okay? So then somebody else comments, you are openly admitting to using a clickbait title to manipulate people into watching the entire video. Mad disrespectful and disappointment from this. Why do you feel the need to resort to such manipulation instead of allowing the quality of content to speak for itself? How do you morally justify such deception? Not gonna lie to you, when I read that one, I fucking laughed. Because what the fuck are we talking about? How do you morally justify such deception? Are we fucking kidding? I'm not gonna lie to you. I fucking cackle. I had to call my best friend. I said, bro, let me know if I'm tripping. I screen recorded the shit. He started laughing too. Cause what are we actually talking about? You were so upset about a video title that had nothing to do with racism, sexism, discrimination, yada, 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 that you literally said, how do you morally justify such deception? Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? And this is why I said a lot of this stuff don't even piss me off. It genuinely concerns me. And if it does piss me off, it's because it genuinely concerns me. Because what are we fucking doing as a people, bro? What are we doing as a people? What are we doing as a people? You know how many people gonna comment on this video? It probably didn't get to this point, but they're gonna say something like, oh, why are you cursing so much in your video? I don't believe in curse words, right? But when I'm talking to older people, I don't say them because I know what they think. I know how they feel. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna disrespect you like that. Fuck means fornication under the current king. Shit is used in many other languages. A shih tzu is a dog. So I just curse for half of the dog. So the dog, the good part of the dog name is Zoo. Shih tzu. Oh, you so? Are we dead ass? Bitch is a female dog. I remember when I was young, I heard all these old hunters talking about, I just got me a new gypsy bitch, got me a new bitch. I'm like, damn, why they cussing so much? I said, oh shit. A bitch is a female dog. People run around screaming ass. Oh, he cursed, he cursed. Ass is a donkey. So have we been lied to this whole time? Maybe. But damn is a curse word. Damn you. It's putting a curse on somebody, right? Trying to damn their existence. They don't teach you that though. Words have power. But yeah, man, one thing about me, one of my pet peeves is blatant ignorance. And we all ignorant to something, right? Nobody knows it all. And anybody who thinks they know it all, they already dead. But when people genuinely don't know what the fuck they talking about, and they feel the need to voice opinions, and I'm gonna call it this, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit for y'all. And if you don't like it, I genuinely don't give a damn. But when people feel the need to speak up about something and they not talking about shit, and genuinely enough, the opinions suck, that shit blows my mind. Cause like, I don't think enough people have self conversation or analysis, or they don't think things through, or they don't say enough things out loud. Because me personally, I can think about some shit and I think it's hot shit. And the moment I talk about it with myself, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? What is you thinking about? Cause you ain't think that shit through. And then I go back into my mind and I get out, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Right? You ever have plans to do something and you think about it, and then when you start telling somebody about it, you like, mm-mm. Do people not do that? Cause the stuff I be seeing y'all saying be so fucking stupid. Dumb as shit. Beats me. Right? Beats me. But that's all I wanted to come on here and say. I wanted to come up, clear the air for anybody who didn't understand. For the people who watch, if you made it this far, shout out to you. Right? Go. I want, if you made it this far, I want you to comment. I got time today, right? I got time today because I got time today to talk a bunch of bull. You understand what I'm saying? I got time today. And I'm making a public service announcement right here, right now, for the ones in the back, for the ones wherever. If you are ultra sensitive, if you don't have a life, if you don't want better for you, if you can't take constructive criticism, if you can't sit in that hot water, get the hell off my channel. I'm not lying to you. I don't want that energy on my channel. I'm not finna manifest that energy on my channel. I ain't with none of that. Does this video mean that I can't be corrected and nobody can disagree with me? Absolutely not. Because I've taken a lot of criticism. I've taken a lot of information and made myself better, made this channel better, made my content better. But I will not tolerate bullshit to no degree. Not gonna tolerate a damn thing. If you think I owe you something, you got another thing coming for you. I appreciate everybody who has ever supported me. And I'm going to keep doing my thing to make sure y'all know that I appreciate you. But I don't owe nobody nothing. Nathaniel. You understand what I'm saying? Had a dude in my live stream last night that got upset, like I told y'all, because I didn't answer his question. So he started attacking my character. You weren't ever addicted to porn. You're a scam. You're just trying to feed off people's insecurities, and you didn't answer my question, so you're not for the people. You mad because I'm sitting here responding to people and giving them 3 to 5 minute explanations on the questions they asking me and why I'm doing that. You commenting some dumb shit, and you mad because I'm not responding to you, and then you try to talk for everybody in here because you mad about some shit. Assault my character because you mad about some shit. So you want something from somebody, and then when they don't give you what you want because they tending to other people, you start getting mad and start assassinating character. That's the type of shit you want. If that sounds like you, get the fuck off my channel. Not gonna lie to you, get the fuck off my channel. Cause I don't owe nobody nothing. And I'm gonna continue to do what I want the way I want to, because it's mine. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all 100%. But I don't tolerate bullshit. 100%. Understand what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm going to leave it on that note, right? I'm going to leave it on that note with a smile, some peace, positivity, and love. Hey, if this was not what you intended, I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings or whatever, but I got time today. But hey, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for everything. It's Shimon Davis if you're new. And I encourage you to step on the necks of anything that gets in your way. Always stand up for yourself, always believe in yourself, and never let anybody change the idea that you have about yourself. That doesn't mean people shouldn't have a say-so and you being better. You know what I'm saying? If somebody comes up to you like, hey, bro, like I expect better out of you. Like really sit back and think about what they're saying, right? Be able to take criticism, but also have a sure enough idea of who you are that when somebody is on bullshit, when somebody is assassinating your character, when somebody don't have it all figured out, don't allow that shit in your life. You understand what I'm saying? So, hey, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. And it'll probably be a while before y'all see Amin and Shimon. So, yeah, new character unlocked, I guess. Some people think I'm always calm and just sitting here talking seductively. Ain't the case. I'm alive. I'm a human. I breathe and I bleed. And I love to talk shit. So, love y'all. I'm out.